Now, as I have mentioned earlier, this is the mind, the past, the future, and the present. This is the body. This is our heart center. This is our being or the soul. And this is the supreme soul. Now, we are the creators of our life. And we create our life each moment by making choices as per our intentions, as per our perceptions, as per our thoughts, our beliefs, our emotions or feelings, and our physical actions, the behaviors, the habits. Now, everything begins from the mind and where we are rooted. So, most of the time, if we have given attention to the causal mind, that is the negative thoughts, for example, fear, worry, stress, then that will have an effect, cause and the effect. And similarly, when we are in the present, here, this is the no thought zone. As I have mentioned in the earlier videos, this is the no thought zone, and it is a very holy, sacred space. Because when we heal the mind completely, we become, or if even if we silence our mind, even if we silence our mind and become still, we come in the present moment where there are no thoughts. And it is a very subtle space where we are not aware. We are just so much into our being and we are so much into our feeling, the peace. Here we feel the peace because in the mind there are thoughts. The past has all thoughts, memories, traumas, etc. But in the present there is peace. Just as we have our daily bath to clean our body, similarly, we have to clean our mind also. That is called a mind bath. Some people there are different techniques to do it, meditation, but sometimes people don't find it so easy to meditate. So initially it's difficult to silence the mind because there are so many thoughts and thoughts keep distracting us. So this technique has really helped me a lot in my life because I have used it personally and I know how it uh, affects our life and how it impacts our life. So now this causal mind, we have to do the self-releasing. Self-releasing means all the thoughts about ourselves, all the thinking, not the being. In the being there is no thought, we are just a soul. But in the causal mind there are many thoughts about ourselves. For example, I'm a woman, or I am so and so, or I have done this education, and different thoughts we have about ourselves. So all that is inside the mind, in the past, or we can call in the memory. Now, when we erase this past totally, when we do the self erasal, so whatever is coming in the way, because when if we don't erase it, these thoughts over here create a emotion in our body. And if there are negative thoughts, if there are positive thoughts is good. So at least we are positive. But if there are negative thoughts like fear, worry, doubt, um, any thoughts, any negative thoughts, that will create a suppressed emotion. That will, as I've mentioned earlier, that it imprisons or chains our heart and it creates a suppressed emotion. And this suppressed emotion doesn't allow anything to flow freely from the supreme into our being and from the presence into our body. And in this mind, there are many thoughts, as I've mentioned earlier. So there's a lot of chaos and confusion and conflict or separation. They say we are separated. We are not one with the being. So because we get disconnected. In thoughts, we get disconnected. And this is connected to the knowingness, the light. And because of the light and the knowingness, there's clarity, and we are able to discern and choose rightly wrong, the right and wrong, the right and wrong path, and we are able to make decisions, very informed decisions from the space of knowingness. So what happens? But if all the thoughts in the mind, it is overpowering in the present, all the uh, dialogues, if our negative dialogues are overpowering or outwinning our positive dialogues, then what happens? This will take over our body and will start giving instructions from this space. For example, in the mind there are too many thoughts, it causes darkness. And I have mentioned earlier in the video that how darkness causes ignorance, because we are unable to see the way or the sense of direction, and we are unable to discern, that is wisdom, what is the right and wrong path. And we are unable to discern right and wrong, so our choices will be faulty. We will choose from a wrong space. We will decide also and make faulty decisions, which will cause failure in our life. So now what is the solution is, we have to use this technique, prayer technique, which I'll be teaching you all. In this causal mind, we have to daily do the cleansing therapy, or we can call it the Shuddhikaran. Shuddhikaran or the cleansing therapy. So this will cleanse the mind and it will bring you into the present moment where our mind's eye is there, in the center. You can call it the third eye also, and in the center. So there is peace. And whenever there is peace, this space becomes free. The subtle space becomes holy and free. And what happens is, the heart chakra starts opening up. As I mentioned earlier, our heart chakra starts opening up and it starts receiving all the divine energies from above, from the supreme into our soul. And it, because as I mentioned earlier, the heart is a container, so it receives everything into our body, into our heart, and then it circulates within our body. So that prayer technique, I will teach it in the end. So I hope you have understood what I mean to say, how to do the conscious releasing. Be very conscious in the now and ask, because ask and it is given. So asking means it is we ask, it is a prayer technique. Prayers means to ask and it is given. So that prayer technique also I will teach later on. And every action, whether it is a thought, whether it is a word, whether it is a deed. See, action means thoughts, mental action means thoughts. Verbal action means, verbal means words. And physical action or deeds, physical deeds means all the deeds we do. All are, and which forms into, when we keep practicing and rehearsing and repeating the same things again and again, it becomes a habit, and it also becomes it could be a good habit, it could be a bad habit, depends upon the action, what thought we have, what word we have, and as per that our bad habits or our addictions or our behaviors. That is, as our thoughts in the mind, so will be our actions in the body. Now, as we do this prayer technique daily, every day, all the unproductive patterns in the causal mind, it starts falling off or fades away. Slowly and surely it will fade away. And the fresh, new, sweet energies, the fresh, new, and melodious energies will start flowing from within, from the supreme and from the being and into the presence. So we have to become very aware. It's not that by doing this technique you will heal your mind, and then if we are not aware, every moment life is about being aware. It's not that you have healed your mind and then we can talk anything, or we can gossip, or we can behave badly, treat someone badly and do wrong actions. No, then that will not help. Then no, then nothing will help. This prayer technique and this this prayer technique and this whatever I am teaching you today, the technique, it will help if we are very consciously healing and we are consciously choosing good habits, conscious deliberate actions. So what happens when we start healing? As I said, we'll be able to discern right from wrong, good and bad or whatever. We know what to choose, how to respond, what to decide, what to let go, and then how to respond. It will also help us to think correctly, because from the being, all the correct thoughts, the unique and the original thoughts will flow from within us, and it will heal the all the stress and all the past memories in the mind, causal mind. And this past memories are giving synaptic firings into the body. They are sending signals, and as per that, our body is responding. Whether it is giving the stress hormones or the love hormones like oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. So everything depends on what is there in the causal mind. If there is stress, then we will release stress hormones. So what we have to do is once we start doing that prayer, this causal mind will start healing, and this place in the present will become very sacred, because there will be it's a no thought zone in the present. So we'll experience peace and the love, unconditional love of the divine and the energies. And as I mentioned, the energies which are flowing from Supreme Soul, the essence is Satchit Anand, so that joy also it comes over here. So peace, love and joy. And that is our ultimate goal of life, to come in the truth and to experience the bliss and the joy. So we will be in the present, we will not for some time. We have to keep striving and keep practicing it. So then once we are anchored in the present, it will be constant. Then only our vibes will change, and we will have good vibes, loving vibes, joyful vibes in our body. So then we only attract and draw good things in our life. When there is peace, love and joy, so what will happen? Everything will start dissolving and our negativity will start healing. There will be no negativity, and there will be we will allow movement and circulation of positive energies within our body. We need to take self responsibility. As I mentioned earlier, it's not that we will heal the mind and then we see life with discrimination, or not seeing everyone within oneness. We look at others with biased eyes. So then if you're healing this and then still you're not willing to change, we have to change, because once the all the negative past has healed, then positivity comes in, but it's a conscious choice also sometimes. So we have to start seeing with divine eyes. So we have to be very aware of our perceptions, our intentions, and every action, the thoughts, the words we use, and because they are going to create our behaviors. They are going to create our behaviors. They are going to create our habits, and ultimately that's going to create our life. And when we constantly start choosing good, then it becomes effortless. Initially, it's a little bit of or effort, but as we know, like initially when we must have started brushing our teeth, so we must have been little aware like what to do and take the brush or take the toothpaste as a child. So we when we don't know something, it takes time, it takes a bit of effort. But now today, if we are going to brush our teeth, we don't have to think now what to do, or we can do our other things we can do, and at the same time we can brush our teeth automatically. It becomes a auto driven force or a mechanism. Once we become an auto driven force or a mechanism for peace, love and joy, then we become the love and light, and we start connecting with all of life in the love and light. So as I mentioned, I'm saying this again and again because it should not be that I have practiced the technique and it's not working on me. So I am making you all aware what to do. Once you have practiced the techniques, you have to still know that you have to follow some principles, and there is some lawfulness. And the third eye or the mind's eye, it should not get blocked, because this is the intellect. And once the intellect is sharpened, we are able to judge or discern rightly. Judge in the sense, not judging someone that they are good or bad, but you come to that what I have to take, what step I need to take next. Because sometimes we are confused, we don't understand. Some people, suppose we have some negative sanskaras in our mind, and our mind is a total chaos. So we'll be connected to the darkness and the ignorance, and our wisdom and intelligence and everything goes for a toss, our intellect also. And we are unable to choose what is right and wrong. And that affects our life, because every action will have a consequence. So if to choose a right action, we have to do this technique. And then once our judgment is intellect is sharpened and we are able to judge, then we are able to follow our inner guide, this inner light. As I said, the inner guide, it guides us into the next moment. Every moment, if you are in the presence, it is just you're just flowing into the next moment, and you know what to do. So we will be connected to the inner voice, not the inner noise. Noise is in the causal mind. It's a noise, or you can call it a scream or a shout, because here there are too many thoughts which creates loud words and all that. So we will know the difference between the inner voice and the inner noise. And then we start becoming aware, we become attentive, then we are able to concentrate, because here when we are calm and collected. Collected means all the positive energies are getting collected in the present. So all good is flowing towards us. And our hearts will start opening up. We'll be able to feel the passion for our goals, and we will get the right guidance, where to go, whom to meet, all the inner guidance from the soul. So our duty is to be aware, do the technique, and be aware every moment to get the best results. So do conscious, deliberate actions and kind actions, or be totally engaged or immersed in the activity we are doing. Whatever you enjoy doing, you be engaged and immersed in it. So once we are busy doing good work for ourselves, even self-care, self-love, and helping others, and then what happens? All the energies are flowing towards you. We are harnessing the good energies and we are channeling the good energies towards us. So we'll have perseverance, we'll have determination, commitment, and it will improve and better ourselves. So it will cause self growth within us. And self growth makes us better, improves us. So as I said, once we are healed and we are in the present, then we need to do the efforts. We have to forge and do the efforts. We have to be available to offer ourselves, our services, or whatever we have talents to make a difference in others' life, and do it happily. We will do it happily when we are this unhappiness comes from all the sad thoughts or the depressed thoughts in our causal mind. But when we start healing, then automatically we start becoming happy and available to offer ourselves to help and serve and contribute, treating everyone with care and love and behaving well. And when we start practicing, and once we get anchored in the present, then everything will happen in the right time. Once we are present and we get anchored in the present, or we get rooted in the present, then everything starts coming to you in the right time. The divine time, the right time, and the right space. All the right people, the right opportunities will come to you as per your life purpose or life goal or the talents we have to create a fulfilled life and a happy life. And the main benefit in this, after doing this technique, we will see that our life starts becoming easy. I mean, easy in the sense we can see everything what we need to do. We are quite sure, we are self-assured, we are sure what we want to do because you start being connected with your inner intuition, and the life force will flow freely and smoothly from within, and everything will happen well in your life.